All right, tier list for the second channel. I think this is all of them, right? Is this all of them? It should be all of them, hopefully. So tier list for the second channel. This is like what survivor you want to see as your teammate. It's not going to be like based on teachable perks or anything like that. This is purely based on how good these survivors are as your teammates. So for example, a lot of people say Sable would go here, right? In fact, should we make this F tier? Should we add another one for F tier, or do you think that's enough? We'll do D tier. D tier's fine. D tier's fine. All right, so Dwight. Dwight. Where would Dwight go? I think Dwight's a B tier. I think they're either like really good or really bad. So we'll go like somewhere in the middle. We'll go with B. We'll go with B tier for Dwight. I'll tell you what. Actually, should we add an F tier? I'm actually tempted to. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll go Dwight, B tier. Either good or bad, yes. Yeah, we'll do an F tier. We'll do an F tier. Megs, I think Meg is D tier. It's not quite F tier, but D tier. Megs are usually bad, I would say, for the most part. All right, let's see. So we got Claudette. Claudette, I would say, with the Meg. Claudette probably slightly above the Meg, though, I would say. Jake's, I would say Jake's are pretty good for the most part. You think Claudette C tier? All right, we'll put Claudette in C tier. You guys can have your say there. You guys watching on YouTube as well can see the chat as well at the bottom. Should I make the chat a bit bigger? Do you want me to make that a bit bigger? There we go. So the chat can have a bit of an output there. Jake's, yeah, I would say Jake's A tier, definitely. Nia's, should we say B tier? B tier for Nia, or should we say C tier for Nia? C tier, you think C tier? Either good or bad, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Should we say top of C tier? Do you think, I don't know though, Nia's better than Dwight's? It's like you say, isn't it? They're either really good or really bad. We'll go top of C tier for Nia. Laurie's, from my experience, Laurie's are pretty bad, to be honest. Maybe not as bad as Meg though. Yeah, we'll go D tier. D tier for Laurie, I think. Nia way better than Dwight, you think so? I think both of them can be either really good or really bad. Nia's do like flashlights a lot of the time though. Ace is another one. Really good or really bad. There's no in between. We'll have to go B tier for Ace, I think. All right, Bill. Bill, I think Bill's he might be our first F tier. In terms of how good they are, they're not very good at all usually. But they do at least put a bit of effort in. I think we gotta go F tier. Bills are just not good. They are willing to save you though. They're potentially better than Sables and stuff like that. We'll get to that later. Don't worry, we will get to that. Bills are usually super bad. Yeah, no, I agree. Bills are really bad. I would say Fangs are. I think that might be another F tier. I think that might be another F tier. D tier or F tier? F tier. Yeah, no, I agree. Better than the Bill or worse than the Bill? What do you think? No way better than the Meg. Yeah, no, I agree. We'll say better than Bill. Just about. Yeah, we'll put Fangs above Bill. All right, David's. I think they're better than Meg's, better than Laurie's. I think, should we go C tier again? Better than Claudette's? I think they're better than Claudette's. Better than Nia's, maybe. I'm thinking about here. What do you guys think? Should we say they're like in the middle between the two? Let's do it. Quinton. Not many. Quinton's one that you don't really see too much. I'm thinking B tier. I'm thinking even top of B tier, actually. Maybe even creeping into the A tier. You don't really see him too much, so he doesn't get dragged down by seeing like a lot of bad players. I know he's one of your favorites, Mew. Where do you want him? I tell you what, put him high. I tell you what, just for you, we'll put him at the top of A tier, yeah, just for you. Tap's another one, very similar to Quinton. You don't see him much, but when you do see him, I can't really remember having a bad tap. I can't really remember having many taps at all. But I think we'll put him there. I think we'll put Tap there. Kate's now lately for me, Kate's have been the worst players in the game. We've had two really bad Kates lately. But I don't want that to, like, cloud my judgment too much. She's not quite F tier. She is down there, though. I would probably... And I have Kate P100. This is one of my P100s. I don't think she makes it into C tier. I think there's a lot of bad Kates. We'll put a D tier. It should be bottom of F tier if it's based on how, recently how my teammates have been. But I think she goes top of D tier. What do you guys think? Moving on to Adam. Adam, I think, is probably... I think Adams are okay. Should we say bottom of A tier for now? Adam's usually good. Yeah, I think they're pretty good. Again, you don't see them all that much. Same with Jeff. Like, you don't see them that much. So they're just, they're just kind of there, aren't they? You don't see them much. So, like, Jane. I think Jane's can be pretty bad at times. I'd say C tier. I don't think she's not as bad as these guys. Adams and Jeff usually try and help often. Yeah, you don't see him too much, but yeah, I can't really recall seeing any bad Adams or Jeffs. All right, what about Jane though? Jane top of C tier? Or maybe even B tier. Maybe C tier. You think C? I'm thinking B tier, actually. Do you think bottom of B tier? C tier. All right, we'll go C tier. We'll go top of C tier. Ash. Again, it's one of them you don't really see too much. I don't think Ash is as good as these guys, though. Or maybe he is. I think B tier is fair for Ash. We'll put him above A. We'll put him above Ace and Dwight, actually. I'd prefer him. You know what? I might even put him here. I think he might be better. He's definitely better than Ace. Usually, all right. Yeah, we'll put him. We'll put him in A tier. Put him bottom of A tier. Nancy's, we might have another F tier. She's definitely down there. That's not a teammate that you want to be seeing. Definitely not. What do you reckon? D tier or F tier? I can't put her above Meg, I don't think. I think she's worse than Meg. I think she has to go F tier. What do we think? F tier? F tier or bottom of D tier? D tier. You think she just about creeps into D tier? All right, we'll go D tier. Steve, I think that's better than Nancy, but not by a whole lot. They love that scene partner, don't they? Oh, they used to until it got changed. Nancy have a flashlight and Dad definitely a flashlight. They do love a flashlight. They do love throwing games. I'm thinking bottom of C tier for Steve or top of D tier. You know what? We're gonna go D tier for Steve. Put him in the same, especially with Scoops Ahoy Steve with the flashlight. That is a game I definitely don't want to be in. I don't want any part of that. We don't have an S tier yet. To be honest, I don't even know if we're going to have any of these guys in S tier. All right, Yuri. Yuri's not D tier. I'd say C tier for Yuri, maybe. I don't think she's as good as David. I think she's probably better than Claudette, though. I think we'll put her here, yeah? C tier. Yui's B. Well, okay, 2 of you guys have said she's B, so I think you guys are going to have a bit of an input. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put them bottom of B. Let's do it. Zarina. B tier again? Zarina's high. No, I think so. She's above C tier. She's above Yuri for me, I think. She's above Ace. She's above Dwight. It's either bottom. It's either A. We're getting a lot of A tiers there. It's either bottom. It's either top of B tier or bottom of A tier. What do you guys think? Also, guys, let me know if any survivors are missing here as well. They shouldn't be, but if they are, let me know. I can always like add them in a comment or something. I don't know. But hopefully no one's missing. Let me just check. Actually, yeah, Young's there, so they shouldn't be missing. B tier. Yeah, we'll go top of B tier. Cheryl's now this we're not including legendaries in this. We can do legendaries for another thing if we need to, but Cheryl's I'd say are not great for the most part. Top of D tier, bottom of C tier. I'm thinking A tier. You think A tier for Cheryl? Need Lisa or BS tier. Lisa would be too good. Now we're not doing legendaries. Think C tier. Should we go bottom of C tier? Felix's are usually pretty good, I think. Better than Yui's. Yeah, I think so. Better than Ace's, I think so. Better than Dwight's, I think so. Better than Zarina's? No, probably not. I think that's where we put in B tier. I think we'll go B tier. S tier for Sybil, I don't know about that. You think A tier? Think he gets up into the A tier? I don't think he's as good as Zarina, to be honest. I think we'll put him there. Elodie, just a C tier again, I think, isn't it? Better than Cheryl's and Claudette's, I think. I think she goes there. Elodie. Put Elodie there. C tier, yeah, I think we agree on that. Yunjin, I think, is it another C tier? She's definitely not a D tier. I don't think she makes A tier. She could maybe make B tier. I think it's somewhere here, floating around the middle somewhere. Bottom of B tier. Jill's, I'm thinking high D tier. Jill's are not great. B, no, she doesn't make B tier. I tell you what, we'll compromise. We'll compromise and we'll put her bottom of C tier. How about that? Is Sable the worst survivor? Well, we know it's F tier. We just need to decide whereabouts in the F tier she goes. Leon, oh, we'll get to Leon. Don't worry about that. Leon's definitely low down. We'll get to that. Sable's C tier for you. You might be the only person ever, Jono, to put a C tier. Definitely, yeah, definitely F tier. Yeah, Leon's F tier as well. Where does Sable go, though? Is Sable worse than... You know what? I think she's the worst. I think Sable's the worst. It's not a player you want to see. You're getting sandbagged. You're getting followed about with a flashlight. You're getting her having a 2-second chase. If there was one below F tier, she'd go in that. She has to go bottom of F tier. Leon as well. Is Leon at the bottom of D tier, or is he in the F tier? Leons are pretty bad, aren't they? We'll go top of F tier. Behind Feng. I think slightly in front of Feng, but not by much. It is very close. He's top of it. Yeah, I agree. Michaela. We're having a lot of F tiers there, aren't we? Michaela might also be worse than Bill. Loves the boon totems. Loves walking around the map everywhere, even though she doesn't have sprint burst. Crouching behind corners. It's not the kind of teammate you want. I think she goes there. You think she's D tier? Nah, no way, Mute. She's got to be F tier. At bottom of F tier as well, I think. Not quite as bad as Sable. Jonah is one that you just never see, so it's hard to judge. The ones that I have seen, though, I don't think have been great. You guys think she's D tier, Michaela? Sorry, I can't agree with that. She has to go F tier. She has to go F tier. You guys let me know in the comments as well what you think is out of place, where you would put, like, what survivors and stuff like that. What survivors you don't agree with. Do we go top of D tier for Jonah? I think we do. I think we go top of D tier for Jonah. Similar story with Yoichi, really. You just don't really see him. Although the ones I have seen, I think, have been decent. I'll say, like, here. We'll say C tier. Rarely see him. Yeah, you just don't see him often. Ooh, we've got another F tier coming up. Maybe, anyway. Oh, she might be D tier. We'll get to that in a sec, though. Hadi, again, you don't really see her too much. Hadi, nah, I don't think she's F tier. Not for me, not for me. A tier. We still yet to have an S tier. Like I said, I don't even think we're going to have any as S tier, to be honest. Should we go B tier? We'll put her above you. We'll put her above Ace. We'll put her above Dwight. I think we should go there, yeah? Or do you want to... All right, then, Mew. How about A tier? How about A tier? I tell you what, we'll put her really high up, then. We'll put her just behind Quinton. All right, Ada. Now, this could be another F tier. I think she'd fit right in next to Leon there. She might creep into D tier, though. What do you guys think? Do you think she creeps just about creeps into the D tier? What do we think? I need help with Ada. I can't decide. F tier or D tier? F tier or D tier? What do you think? So not worse. Yeah, she's not worse than Sable. No way. D tier. Do we agree on D tier then? Ada's low D tier. Do you know what? I think she's probably better than Nancy, actually. I think she's better than Nancy. She's not as good as Meg, though. Rebecca B. Think she goes B tier? Always altruistic. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. B tier. B tier it is. Whereabouts in B tier? Should we go there? I think that's a good place for her, isn't it? B tier. I was thinking like C tier somewhere, but you guys can have a bit of your say. We'll put her in B tier. Vittorio. Vittorio's got to be C tier, I think, hasn't he? I think Vittorio goes here. Yeah, we'll put Vittorio there. Thalitas. All right, we'll put a high C tier. What about Renato? Renato's and Thalitas, I think, are pretty similar, to be honest. Although, I don't know, actually. Renato's can follow you about with a flashlight at times. I think for that reason, we got to drop him down a bit. I think we go bottom of C tier. I don't know, actually. We'll go bottom of C tier, but he could go in D tier. All right, Gabriel's, again, you don't really see them much. But I think they're pretty decent. I think he can go B tier somewhere. I think he can go here, to be honest. Oh, Thalita's not C tier. You think she's D tier? Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. Why don't we just put both of these in D tier next to each other there? Top of D tier. All right, Cage. Oh, I love Cage, but a lot of them are kind of default looking, and they're not that good, to be honest. Another one of my P100s. We have to go D tier, I think, for Cage, don't we? He's not great. How about the top of D tier? Cage is S tier. You think Cage is S tier? I don't think we're going to have anyone in S tier, to be honest. I don't think anyone's going to quite make it into... I think everyone on their day is capable of being a bad survivor. Well, it is in solo queue, isn't it? That's just the way it is. But should we go top of D tier? S tier, why not? We got to be unbiased here. We got to be unbiased. As much as I do like Cage, he's got to go D tier. Ripley's. Where do we put Ripley? D tier again? Just behind Cage, maybe? Ripley's usually good. You think so? I think Ripley's good. All right, should we move Ripley up a bit then? Yeah, D tier might be a bit harsh. C tier. Okay. Let's put her there next to Elodie. Alan Wake. Somewhere in the C tier, isn't it, I think? I'd say like top of C. All right, Baymar and Astri. You never see them, ever. A lot of the time, though, I just imagine them playing that guitar or lute, whatever you want to call it. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to scroll down a bit here because the C tier is getting a bit packed. Yeah, I'm thinking D tier. Should we go top of D tier? Go top of D tier. Let's see, Lara there. Lara's a pretty bad, to be honest. I'm thinking D tier. Top of A tier? No way, not for me. A lot of the time they're pretty bad. A lot of the time they have flashlights. I think she's better than Ada, though. I think she's better than Meg. I think she's better than Laurie. Potentially better. We'll put her there, yeah? We'll put her there. And put her, like, middle D tier. Trevor high, yeah. No, I think so. Should we go highest? Should we go... I don't know, actually. No, I don't think he's... We'll go there. Middle A tier. I think Tories are okay. What do you think? C tier? C or D? Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think she's better than Vittorio. I think she's probably worse than Yoichi. I think we'll put her there. I think that's fair. Arella... I think, again, it's like a C tier, isn't it? I think slightly worse than Tori, but probably better than Vittoria. I think she goes there next to Tori, to be honest. Never had a good Trevor in your team. Always leave your own hook. I think that for me, they've not really been that bad, to be honest. You don't see it much, though. Again, you don't. A lot of A tier, like, are just survivors. You don't really see much. That's why they're in A tier. Or one of the main reasons they're in A tier. Like, they don't have that sort of bad stereotype to them because you don't see them much. I think Ricks are pretty decent for the most part. I think B tier. I think behind Rebecca, above Gabriel there. Yeah. Michonne, like, very similar as well. I think Michonne should be B tier. I'll put Michonne there, just behind Gabriel. All right, V. Someone said earlier V should be S tier. I don't agree with that. Let's see. I think she's quite low, to be honest. Maybe bottom of C tier. S tier again? No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Oh, is that your main, Jono? V. Yeah, where should we put her? I think it's bottom of C tier, isn't it? Bottom of C tier. V is B. You want her in B tier? I think B tier. C tier. He's new, so yeah, the newer ones, it's still hard to judge, isn't it? You think C? We'll go top of C tier. Then we got 11, and then we're on the final one. 11, I think, is probably better than Dustin, I would say. Yeah, I'd say B tier. B tier short. Yeah, I think B tier. And then we got Young. We got the newest survivor, Tae Young. Probably just C tier again, isn't it, really? You think B tier? We could go B tier if you want. C tier? C tier, B tier. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We'll put Young just above V there, and we'll move Dustin up a bit. I think Dustin's better than C tier. I think Dustin should be above Ace, to be honest. I think Dustin should be there. Alright, there we go then. There's our tier list. There it is. There's our tier list for the survivors that you want to see in solo queue. No one made it up into the S tier. S tier is completely empty. If there was an S tier though, here's what I want to hear from you guys in the comments. If there was one that was to go in S tier, which one would you say it is? And don't be biased. Don't pick the one that you main. Which teammate do you always see in solo queue and they're always really good? They never let you down. Which teammate is it? You guys can let me know in chat as well. Let me know in chat now, actually, so it pops up on the screen on YouTube. Sable, because her name starts with S. I think that's about the only reason you would put Sable in S tier, to be honest. Anyway, you guys let me know in the comments what you think of this tier list. Which one as well you would put in S tier if you could pick one. I'll tell you what, let's do it. Let's pick one for S tier. Let's do it now, just for the sake of the video. Let's pick one for S tier. So it obviously has to be one that's in A tier. It's just got to be Quinton, hasn't it? It's got to be the one that's at the top of A tier. So if we did have to, it would be Quinton, but yeah, that's the tier list for now. Hope you all have enjoyed the video. Let me know which one you would put in S tier if you could. Appreciate you all watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.